charming little Italian town of Vibo, Valentina. I had to spend a few days here because inclement weather. You can hear the rain on the little bimini up there. It's 50 euros a night, which is more than I'd like, but it's tolerable. So I'm just sucking it up, waiting for a few days until the weather clears up. I've really enjoyed this stupid journey, and I still don't know why, but we're almost there. Once I get there, I need to reevaluate my entire life. What am I doing? Why am I on an island somewhere in the Mediterranean with nobody that I know? The boat is bouncing around so much in this marina right now. I had to build a little lift thing for the passerole. See? I don't really mind the wet. Rain's just rain. The boat's waterproof. Heat is more of an issue because it can get hot, but I can just turn my air conditioner on if I have power. Cold is super easy, is the easiest of all of them because I have heaters, diesel and electric, so that's never a problem. The worst one is wind, where the boat is just bouncing around and never stops. It's just always like heaving to the left and heaving to the right. And honestly, I don't like it. It's not like I'm being a wuss. I fucking don't like it. I just want it to stop, but it just won't. You can see there's waves coming in there, but those are just created within the harbour. So out there, they're probably about 1.6, I think. And I just would hate to be out in it. It's just not fun. Good morning from Tropea. The boat is over there in the marina, but I'm going to leave the marina today, this afternoon, and just go to this little spot over here and drop an anchor because I don't have power in the marina. It's like, you can have it, but they want an extra 20 euros a night, which is a bit much. So I've just been using solar and a little bit of generator. But over there, I'll be using solar and a little bit of generator for free. So I'm going to do that, and then early in the morning tomorrow, probably. Well, not early, but you know, I'm going to take the boat out and go all the way around there. I don't know how to address this because it just sucks, but about this time yesterday, a friend of mine called me up on Facebook and was like, have you heard about Mandy? And I'm like, no, what? And I thought she'd been in an accident or something, and she kind of had, but she died. She slipped and fell in the bathroom and banged her head, and that was that. And I'd known Mandy quite well for, I don't know, 15 years or so. Mandy was at the end of the summer. I mean, Mandy came out to visit me when I was in Montargis in the middle of France, but she was going to come out again and spend a lot more time on the boat in Malta, and we talked about it like 4 days ago. It's difficult to do anything. I just came for a walk and all you do is think about Mandy. So there's nothing much else to say. I'm just a little bit sad right now. Bye.
It's perfect as it stands. Why then crush it in your perfect hands? It's perfect as it stands.
I actually made it about 70k today, which is pretty good. It's a little bit more than I was expecting because I stopped and got fuel, and I don't know, I wasn't quite expecting to get as far as I did. Tomorrow I'm going to do about the same and just push on. This is a really secluded, sheltered mooring space, and there's almost no swell, so it's going to be a very, very peaceful night here in Sicily. It was a ridiculously peaceful night last night. So quiet and just no swell. Hardly felt the boat move the whole night long. It's really pretty here. See that? Oh, look, another boat right over there in the distance. But it's still early. It's about 8 o'clock, and I'm just going to start moving for no reason. I've got stuff to do on the boat, but I just want to get a move on, and then I'll pull over further down. It's going to be really easy to drop anchor anywhere because it's so calm today. It's like there's just no swell, no waves, no wind, no nothing. It's perfect. So I'm looking forward to that. But I just want to get underway just because stuff. Just like that, the wind picked up and it turned really horrible. I don't know, you can't see, it's too far away, but there's tons of like white tops over there, and it just means the boat's thumping around all over the place. So I bolted for a little safe anchorage, which is, it's sheltered, but it's not perfect, but it's better than being out there. So that's where I'm at. This is a little strange to wake up to. The boat didn't feel quite right. It just wasn't sitting in the water right. And I'm like, I don't know. So I get up and I see this flag is going sideways, which would be, it should be pointing out backwards because the wind always blows you away from the anchor. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I got my flashlight out and I look down, and there's a slightly raised portion. So it was a little bit windy when I parked here yesterday, so I let out a long anchor chain, and it's just, the wind's just swung me around onto a raised bit. I'm going to see if I can just pull myself forward on the anchor chain. Hang on. I wasn't planning on this. Okay, so no harm done. That was a very easy fix, but it just shows you've got to pay attention, because I'm lying in the bed, it's still dark, and I kind of just, the boat doesn't feel quite right. I mean, I've been on the boat for 3 years now, and so it just didn't feel right. And so I got up, the flag was blowing sideways, so I'm like, I know what's happened. Instantly, it's like, I know what's happened. So I put on a little depth gauge, and it's like 0. So I'm like, oops. And yeah, the long anchor chain had just let the boat sweep around. If I put out 30 meters of anchor, that means it's like from where I put the anchor to when it swung around, there's a good, 50 meters. That's 160 foot roughly, and it had just swung around and just kissed the bottom. But if I'd left it there, even though, like, if I'd just thought, oh damn it, it's too early, I'm not getting out of bed, the tide was actually this much and it was going down, so I would have actually been stuck there until about 4 o'clock this afternoon when the tide changes. So there aren't really big tides in the Mediterranean. Unlike Chatham and Ramsgate had 12 meters of tide. I mean, it was huge. Not 12, maybe 10 or 9 or something, but a long way. But here it's only this much. But this much would still have like made the boat not float very well. So anyway, now I'm going back to bed because I can. My life is a little bit strange sometimes. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I don't usually start this early because there's no reason to, but because I almost got grounded back there, I'm just like, well, I'm up, I might as well start moving. So today we have about 75k to do, but I'll be there by lunchtime, which is nice. It's suddenly got really windy. It's doing about 20 knots of wind, maybe 25. But it's very calm out there, so I'm just going to push on because it's just wind. It's not, because I'm quite close to the coast here, it's not picking up any swell, so it's a very smooth ride. It's just a windy smooth ride, and I'm about 10k from my destination. I'm watching the depth a little bit. There was one spot back there that it got down to 3 meters, which is a little bit less than I'd like under the keel, so I just turned left and carried on. But yeah, we've got 7.3 meters right now, so we're good, we're good. The plan is to take Poffles over to my friend's boat, but it's a little bit windy, so I could end up over there somewhere. Yeah, considering the wind, we're going to go to plan B, which is Gordon's going to bring his tender over because he has an outboard motor, because he's a smart man.
A boat life.
Yeah, look what I got you.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, split that bottle.
There has to be an easier way of doing life.
Right, so give me that first. Right, Joe.
This water stuff's a pain in the ass sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, the wind is.
Kitties! Hundreds of them. There's a lot of boats here. We found these abandoned houses. There's about 20 of them, and they're just like half finished. It's weird. It's like a little ghost town. We're perfectly safe, aren't we, Gordon?
We certainly are. I'm dry as can be, mate.
I wouldn't even go out in this with my boat. You got to check the weather when you go out on a boat, because the weather can change really quickly, as Gordon and the boat are demonstrating right now. Because when we went in this morning, it was flat calm, and now it's almost this is almost like, you know, have you ever watched The Deadliest Catch? See, right on the horizon is where we're supposed to be going.
Oh, shit! Well, I've run out of petrol.
No, we should have plenty.
Well, Just remember, wear waterproof mascara.
We're getting close, we're really getting close now. That was a bit more weather than I was expecting. Made it. Yeah.
Right, intercept G.
Really good stuff. Very cold, very wet. That was a shopping trip. Oh God, my life.